there's been no easy part in getting this movie made. All the way from the 6 years of trying to get an actor attached, to get it financed, to getting to Sundance.
Charles Dutton was the first actor to attach himself, and it just very serendipitously, he knew my real-life uncle, in which the story is inspired by, and that relationship I had with him when I was a boy. He said that my uncle had the ability to use anything or anyone to get what he wanted. So the fact that he had me in the car with him late nights driving through Baltimore made him believe if a police officer ever passed, that the two of us wouldn't look suspicious if he was transporting drugs. It's just like a father and a son in a car. And when Charles Dutton found out that in fact it was, it came from that place, he said to me and Jason at the end of that meeting, which at the beginning of that meeting he almost wasted a hot mocha on Jason's brand new MacBook Pro. Yeah. I'll never forget that. But I always took that as a good sign. Like if someone almost ruins your MacBook with coffee, that pretty much means that I think they're gonna do the movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, but that was at the end of that meeting. If Jason remembers, he said, you know what, we'll make it work. And he shook our hands, and that was the start of our film.
What was the most painful scene you had to do that reminded you of your childhood?
That's a great question. It's one of the best questions I've gotten pertaining to the film. It was the moment that Vincent and Woody get into that fight in the car. Because it just really reminds me of a time that me and my mom that we survived and that we had with my father. And but then also, while shooting the film, Michael Rainey Jr., the actor, had become so close to Common, the person. He had no idea that Common, in character, was going to go to the dark place that he went. And it really frightened Michael. And in that moment, we stopped shooting. I think Jason remembers this. We stopped shooting for about 90 minutes to 2 hours just to make sure that he was okay.
Coming from a single-parent household myself, I can understand when you're looking for that father figure at home and he's not there. Me personally had an uncle come live with me and my mom at a point when I was looking for a father figure, and he was very instrumental in me falling in love with the game of basketball. So I can relate to Woody, the character, what he's going through from a mental standpoint.
It's like something to really learn about people when you're exploring that aspect and thinking about, man, who was my father figure like for this character? And then at the same token, how that would affect me fathering my nephew, which was part of the story in itself. When I got to that in the story and just realized that those were part of the dynamics, that made it very interesting.
Good, man. What are you doing? I whooped your little butt. You crashed my ride.
I have to do it again. I'm sorry.
Smooth. Hold on. Go straight, Tom. Good. Well, you kind of natural with it. Man, you pretty good.
You got to drive in this film. What was that like?
It was exciting, especially in the Mercedes-Benz. It was exciting to drive it.
What did Common tell you when you were driving? Was he scared?
I don't think he was. Hopefully he wasn't. But I think he was when I was driving around him and he was on the phone.
He was on the phone, so it did...
Driving around him, and I think he thought I would crash into him. But I don't know.
What did you think of this story? Was this something that you felt something about?
It was a pretty sad story. I don't want to give it away, but I would just say it's a sad story.
What was the most fun part of doing this film?
When driving the car.
You're working on a couple of other projects. Can you tell me what they are?
Right now I'm working on a film directed by Lee Daniels. It's called The Butler, with Oprah Winfrey, Forrest Whitaker, Cuba Gooding Jr. And I'm also working on a song.
On a song? Is that a movie or is that a song?
It's a song. Yeah, it's the song.
Tell me about the song.
It's a song. It's called Good Money, and it's like a send a message, and it's like there's ways to, I don't know how to put it. It sends a good message. It's called, in the hook I say good money, not that hood money. So like, it's ways you could hustle, but you don't have to always do it like in a negative way.